Hello drama lovers, welcome back to K-pop world. In this fast-paced entertainment world, we often only see the surface, smiles on stage, light-hearted jokes behind the scenes, or perfect chemistry in short clips. But what if what we see is only half of the story? Today, we're going to take you deep into a shocking and heart-wrenching tale about two major stars, Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo. They're not just actors. They are symbols of friendship, of chemistry, and emotional journeys that live on in the hearts of millions. But recently, the warmth they once shared began to shift. What's really happening behind the scenes? Is it just a simple misunderstanding, or a wound that never truly healed? Ever since starring together in the Untamed, Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo became an iconic pair in the C-drama world. Not only because of their powerful performances, but because of the energy they radiated, like two people destined to complete each other. Behind-the-scenes clips showed laughter, sincere glances, and a bond that didn't feel scripted. Fans called them soulmates, not because of the roles they played, but because the warmth between them felt real, even off camera. Every post together, every interview showing their closeness, instantly went viral. They weren't just actors, they were the embodiment of an ideal connection. Strong, honest, and seemingly unbreakable. But just like the sky can suddenly change, even the most beautiful bond can crack without warning. Everything started to shift, quietly. At a private event in a luxury hotel in Shanghai, an intimate gathering with only industry insiders, both Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo were present. No media, no pressure, just familiar faces. Eyewitnesses said it started off normally. They greeted each other, even shared a light laugh. Then, Xiao Zhan, jokingly, shared an old photo in a private group chat. An old training pic of Yibo in a funny pose. Harmless fun, or so he thought. People laughed, sure. But Wang Yibo went quiet. His smile faded. He looked down. The room didn't go silent, but his silence felt louder than anything else. There were no harsh words, no outbursts, just a heavy stillness from Yibo, more piercing than any argument could have been. That night, after most guests had left, Yibo approached Xiao Zhan privately. No cameras, no audience, but one witness described a tension between them that was hard to ignore. Yibo spoke softly, but firmly. Xiao Zhan looked confused at first. He hadn't expected a simple joke to cut so deep. But as he saw the seriousness in Yibo's expression, something shifted in him. He apologized, genuinely. Still, apologies don't always mend what's been broken, especially if it touches an old wound that was never allowed to heal. Those close to them say the tension didn't start that night. There had already been signs in recent months. They hadn't been seen together as often. No social media interactions. And even for major projects, they each took separate paths. Some rumors spoke of brand conflicts. Others hinted at growing comparisons between their fandoms. But a few whispered something deeper, unspoken jealousy, exhaustion, and differences in how they saw the world. They remained professionals, but behind the camera, they were still human. After that night, both returned to their routines. Xiao Zhan went back to filming his latest drama. Wang Yibo attended a racing event in Zhejiang, staying out of the limelight, yet never truly escaping it. A few days later, during a press conference, Xiao Zhan was asked about friendship. He didn't mention any names, but his words left a lot to interpret. Sometimes, even good friendships need space to breathe. A quiet statement, but powerful. Fans flooded social media with emotional comments. For many, it felt like a silent goodbye. Soon after, Wang Yibo was asked a similar question. He paused for a few seconds, then gave a small smile and said, "Not everything needs to be shared publicly. Some things are better resolved privately." Simple words, But the pain behind them was unmistakable. No official statement came from either agency, but fans are always quicker than the press. A video titled "From Soulmates to Strangers" went viral within hours. Clips from their golden days contrasted sharply with the recent cold distance. Too stark, too painful to ignore. And yet, in the middle of all the heartbreak, came a sliver of hope. Xiao Zhan posted a photo of a city skyline, 2 empty chairs facing a sunset. No caption, no explanation, but fans knew those chairs meant something. Days later, Wang Yibo liked a fan's post compiling their old moments together. The caption read, "Some connections don't break. They just pause for a while." A small gesture, but enough to make hearts tremble. In entertainment, stories can be rewritten, but emotions, they can't be faked. Whether Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo will return to what they once were, or go their separate ways, one thing remains certain: their story isn't over. And maybe what we need isn't a perfect ending, but real moments, even if they're not always pretty. So, drama lovers, what do you think? Is this just a passing storm, or a moment that will change everything? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for the latest updates from the world of C Entertainment, only here on K-Pop World. See you in the next story. And remember, even in silence, a story can still speak.